Ah, the glamorous world of mergers and acquisitions in, well, the gaming realm. That really gets the audience excited, right, Culture? Well, probably not, but it's kind of important, so hopefully I can keep your attention. You see, fortunes are made and kingdoms are built by correctly assembling a cadre of successful gaming studios, or so most people think. Yet, in times like these, it seems like their grand narratives of endless prosperity have hit, well, a snag, just like everything else. So, we're going to dive into the latest installment of the consolidation saga, the gaming sector's fourth straight quarter of decline. Here we go. So the winds of change are always blowing, and they don't carry that sweet, sweet scent of success, or at least not now, and not in the gaming industry for the most part. Instead, they're bringing tales of excuses of macroeconomic headwinds, high inflation, recession whispers, a crypto winter, and bank fiascos. And of course, the slowest global economic growth this side of the Jimmy Carter era. What's the result? A jaw-dropping 34% decline in investment and M&A value, accompanied by a 14% drop in the volume from the previous quarter. Yay, another decaying gloom and doom loop. Fun. If you thought the first half of 2023 was any better, think again. Total investments decided to take a nosedive by a whopping 83%, leaving anybody or everybody that's interested scratching their heads and wondering if their calculators were working. Of course, what's worse is the number of transactions also accelerated in their decay, plummeting by over half as merger and acquisition moves, while they pretty much declared a strike. 98% of everybody took a vacation here, leaving about $700 million on the table. That's an awful lot. And for some, there may be a ray of hope, perhaps. The once closed door on the Microsoft Activision deal seems to have blown wide open once more, despite it promises to save the day single-handedly by boosting the third quarter with a jaw-dropping $68.7 billion acquisition tag. Also, the savvy folks at Savvy Games Group plan to warm up their $4.9 billion Scopely acquisition, adding to the much-needed boost to investment bankers' pockets. And of course, that also means less innovation for us in the future, but they don't care. Another potential shot in the arm, despite a cratering economy, could be the IPO Marketplace. Of course, I would consult a specialist for guidance for that, as well as a very qualified person for advice on any financial matters always required. Don't take your financial advice from me or anybody else in my sphere, because that's really not what they're trying to give you. Disappointingly, though, in this one particular area of IPOs, the star of the quarter is going to be VR Fabric, which is a Polish VR games developer and a porting service. That's basically what they do. And they'll be posting a debut market capitalization of a modest $11.4 million. That seems to have sent shockwaves through the market, leaving folks collectively wondering once again if that's the equivalent of loose change in the grand financial theater. I mean, there's a decent chance that BlackRock has that in all of their couches somewhere. I mean, it's kind of not great news. Meanwhile, of course, IPO value drops a staggering 98% as well, leaving us in a bizarre alternative universe where value has been going to die. Where was all the enthusiasm of the new? Where is it? It's gone. And of course, all of this data comes to us courtesy of DDM reports and their methodology for making these trends obvious and a bit disheartening. They want the real deal, and so do we. They want the actual closing of deals, not just the rumors of them or the drawn out one. And it comes with a special purpose acquisition company play, and while they play by their own rules, an investment value is what's raised from those, not fancy valuation afterwards. And that's one of the things that has fallen by the wayside. You're not seeing SPACSs anymore. But for what it's worth, put in the simplest terms, the gaming sector's mergers and acquisition antics are still in a veritable deep freeze. Worse yet, next quarter may also avoid bringing any form of redemption. Of course, that's good news for you and me, probably, but more bad news for the people trying to gobble everything up, those lovely investment bankers. I long for the days of the lean and mean gaming companies powered by creativity and competition, long before they all became giant behemoths by acquiring anybody else that was competing with them. I mean, look at what we got in Activision Blizzard, Bethesda, and so many more. So maybe the financials of the day are going to force that back into existence. I hope so, but only time is going to tell. Anyway, what are your thoughts on the collapse of mergers and acquisitions in the gaming space? Are you actually encouraged by the sudden hiatus of consolidation? I know I am. Are you focusing more on independent studios? Well, I've been paying attention to what they've been doing. A lot of it's pretty amazing. Anyway, let me know in the comments down below exactly what your thoughts are, because that's what it's there for, and I think that conversation could be a good thing. I think a lot of people are going to be surprised that the Blizzard Activision deal with Microsoft is going to move forward, and I think that's going to, well, spark a bunch of fear in the space. Anyway, with that, be sure to take care of yourself, take care of others, and until next time, see ya!